Have you ever wondered how one family could have such an enormous impact on American history? The answer lies in the tale of the Kennedy dynasty, which started with a man named Joseph P. Kennedy. Born in the late 19th century, Joseph was a man of fierce ambition and formidable drive. His determination and business acumen propelled him from the son of a Boston barkeeper to one of the wealthiest men in America. He was a successful banker, film producer, and even served as the United States ambassador to the United Kingdom. But Joseph's ambitions weren't limited to his own success. He envisioned a future where his family would be at the heart of American politics. His 9 children, raised in the world of privilege and power, were groomed to make significant contributions to society. The eldest son, Joseph Kennedy Jr., was initially seen as the family's political hope. Unfortunately, his life was cut short in World War II, shifting the family's political aspirations onto the next in line, John F. Kennedy. John, or Jack as he was affectionately known, was not initially seen as a political leader. He was often sickly as a child, but he possessed a charm and charisma that made people gravitate towards him. These qualities, combined with his father's resources and political connections, set the stage for his rise in politics. The Kennedy family's political journey began in earnest in the mid-20th century, when John F. Kennedy was elected to the House of Representatives. This marked the start of the Kennedy family's deep-rooted engagement in American politics. Joseph P. Kennedy's dream of seeing his family play a pivotal role in shaping the nation was beginning to take shape. Little did he know then that his family would become one of the most influential political dynasties in American history, marked by triumphs, tragedies, and enduring legacy. And so began the Kennedy dynasty, a family destined to play an instrumental role in American history. Among Joseph's children, one emerged as a charismatic figure with a promising political future. John F. Kennedy, often referred to as Jack or JFK, was born in the year 1917 in Brookline, Massachusetts. As the second of 9 children, Jack was raised in a competitive environment, constantly encouraged to strive for greatness. He was a sickly child, enduring numerous medical issues which made his early years challenging. Despite the hurdles, JFK's resilience and determination led him to Harvard University, where he majored in international affairs. His thesis, later published as Why England Slept, examined the failures of British policy towards Nazi Germany, hinting at his future involvement in international politics. Following his graduation in 1940, JFK joined the United States Navy, serving during World War II. His bravery during the war, particularly when his boat PT-109 was sunk by a Japanese destroyer, earned him a Navy and Marine Corps medal. These heroics added a layer of valor to his emerging public image. After the war, JFK entered the political arena, first serving as a congressman, then as a senator from Massachusetts. His charisma, charm, and exceptional oratory skills quickly made him a beloved figure. He had this incredible ability to connect with the public, whether it was through his eloquent speeches or his enchanting personality. His rise was meteoric. JFK's appeal crossed party lines, resonating with Americans of all walks of life. His youthful energy and forward-thinking ideas were seen as a breath of fresh air in the political landscape. He championed for civil rights, education, and healthcare reform, earning him a reputation as a leader for the people. In 1960, John F. Kennedy, with his charm and charisma, was elected as the youngest president of the United States. His election marked a new era in American politics, one filled with hope, optimism, and the promise of a brighter future. His presidency was a testament to his character, a symbol of his resilience, and a reflection of his dedication to serving the American people. The Kennedy presidency was a time of hope, promise, but also significant challenges. John F. Kennedy, the 35th President of the United States, took office in 1961 at the height of the Cold War. His presidency was marked by a series of significant events that defined not just his term, but the course of American history. At the forefront was the Cold War, a tense geopolitical conflict between the United States and the Soviet Union. Kennedy's administration was tasked with navigating this complex international landscape, balancing the pursuit of peace with the need to demonstrate strength. Domestically, the civil rights movement was gaining momentum. Kennedy, although initially cautious, began to take a more active stance. His administration made significant strides in promoting equal rights and combating racial discrimination. His efforts culminated in the proposal of the Civil Rights Act, a landmark piece of legislation that would change the face of America. In 1962, the world held its breath as the Cuban Missile Crisis unfolded. It was perhaps the closest the world ever came to a nuclear war. Kennedy's leadership during this tense 13-day standoff is often hailed as one of the defining moments of his presidency. Yet, amid these challenges, Kennedy never lost sight of his vision for America. His inaugural address, delivered on a cold January day in 1961, continues to resonate across generations. His call to action, "Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country," became a rallying cry, inspiring millions to take up public service. Kennedy's presidency, although cut short, was undoubtedly one of the most impactful. His leadership, his vision, and his commitment to service continue to be remembered and celebrated. Despite the challenges, Kennedy's presidency had a profound impact on the nation, inspiring a generation with his call to service. However, the Kennedy legacy is also marked by profound tragedy. One of the darkest chapters in this narrative began to unfold on November 22, 1963. It was on this day that President John F. Kennedy was assassinated in Dallas, Texas. This shocking event sent ripples of disbelief and sorrow throughout the nation and the world. A vibrant, charismatic leader struck down in the prime of his life, Kennedy's death marked an abrupt end to a period many Americans had come to associate with hope and progress. The assassination of President Kennedy was not just a national tragedy, but a personal one for millions. The aftermath of this tragic event was a time of intense grief and questioning. The nation grappled with its loss, looking for answers, for justice, and for a way to move forward. President Lyndon B. Johnson, Kennedy's vice president, assumed the presidency, pledging to carry forward Kennedy's vision for America. But the legacy of Kennedy's presidency extended far beyond his successor's term. His vision for a new frontier, his commitment to civil rights, and his handling of the Cuban Missile Crisis left an indelible mark on American history. His call to public service, encapsulated in the phrase, "Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country," continues to inspire generations. Kennedy's death also cast a long shadow over his family. His brother Robert F. Kennedy, a significant political figure in his own right, was assassinated 5 years later in 1968. The Kennedy family has faced more than its share of tragedy, but through it all, they have continued to play a significant role in American political life. John F. Kennedy's untimely death left a nation in mourning and a sense of loss that lingered for years. His presidency, cut short by tragedy, continues to shape the landscape of American politics, serving as a poignant reminder of both the promise and the perils of public service. Despite the tragedies, the Kennedy name continued to resonate in American history. The echoes of their influence are felt even today, not just in the political arena, but also in the cultural fabric of America. Let's take a closer look at some of the other members of the Kennedy clan who made their mark in politics. Robert F. Kennedy, the younger brother of John F. Kennedy, was a significant figure in his own right. As the Attorney General during his brother's presidency, he fought for civil rights, organized crime control, and was instrumental in resolving the Cuban Missile Crisis. Later, as a U.S. Senator, he advocated for economic and racial justice until his assassination in 1968. Then there was Edward Ted Kennedy, the youngest of the Kennedy brothers. He served as a U.S. Senator for nearly 5 decades and was known as the Lion of the Senate. A champion of healthcare reform, he was instrumental in the creation of the Affordable Care Act, a significant milestone in American healthcare history. But the Kennedys' influence extends beyond these prominent figures. Numerous Kennedys have held public office, worked in the fields of law, journalism, and nonprofit organizations, contributing to the public good in their unique ways. The Kennedy legacy is also etched in the American psyche through their commitment to public service, their resilience in the face of adversity, and the idealism they inspired. John F. Kennedy's call to action, "Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country," still resonates as a testament to their enduring influence. Yet, their story is not just one of power and prestige. It's a tale of a family that has faced unthinkable tragedies and yet continues to shape the course of American history. It's about their unwavering commitment to the ideals of democracy and their pursuit of a more equitable society. The Kennedys remain a symbol of both the triumphs and tragedies that have shaped the United States over the years. Their legacy, a complex tapestry of ambition, leadership, tragedy, and resilience, continues to captivate the nation and the world.